Recording a reading here. We're live streaming right now on Twitch, and I've decided to start recording a reading for somebody who's not going to necessarily be able to interact with the reading so that they can see it later. I'm going to turn up the microphone a little bit. There we go. Oh, pardon me. So the first thing I pulled out, this is a situation we're reading about. We're reading about something of a distance that is happening between basically like a dating situation. And now I got the card wedding. This situation involves marriage. That is very strange because what we're reading about is actually a dating situation. Like, or somebody was, basically the story is that there was someone was dating, and they just kind of up and disappeared. Basically, there was a bit of a disagreement or a bit of a bumping, a bit of conflict or whatever it was. There was something that happened that was tension, and the person disappeared. And we actually talked earlier about somebody mentioned like the avoidant kind of attachment style thing. So that might be relevant in this as well. I got this situation involves marriage. It's the first card. And then let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Well, so the story goes, just to catch up, is that this person has recently shown up in they haven't communicated yet, but what they have done is they've looked at a form of social media or a form of like online networking. And there's been a sighting of this person. This person has been checking. So you might resonate with this. This person checked you out online. So you might have seen that. So this reading is going to be for anybody who's having a similar situation, as well as, like if you might come and bump into that into the future. So the person I'm reading for right now definitely had that situation where somebody's checked them out on online networking kind of thing. The cards that come out. Now, this is from Romance Angels, right? So take it for what it's worth, because this is kind of a very, very forward deck, but it's saying the situation involves a marriage and allow the situation to unfold naturally. I feel like this is, it feels right when I look at this energy. So I feel like what we've got is maybe a little bit of a message about it's like if this was something that was going to lead to an ultimate form of commitment in the future, it would involve letting go of the need to control the situation and letting it happen. It's like the if and then kind of scenario. What's really great about it is that if it isn't, I can kind of see that if it isn't something that would involve this, letting go and just letting it happen naturally seems like a reasonable option as well. Somebody in the chat said maybe a soul marriage. The devil is here. Nine of Wands and Five of Pentacles. I'm sensing the energy upright as the energy of someone. It's the other person, basically. And I'm sensing the reversed energy as being your energy. I would say there's something here about they're trying. It's basically they're trying to do the thing that maybe we got in the last reading, which was a little something of just let somebody save face, you can still think the best of someone. So I feel like this person is thinking the best of you. And this might be their logic, is that if it is something worth pursuing, then I'm going to have to let it happen. But it looks as though they're not just letting it happen. They're also doing things to try to get that ball rolling. And it looks to me here like the Devil card kind of stands in the way, and the Five of Pentacles. This isn't to say that it's irrational. It looks to me like this person is short-sighted. This person is going after something as if it's like they're, because I know the situation that this person kind of disappeared. It looks to me like this person who disappeared kind of doesn't really see where that left you. And so they're maybe being optimistic. It's funny, I just played the song called Optimistic. They're maybe being very optimistic about what it means to kind of check you out online or see where you're at and see where things are going with you. And then, but it looks to me like they're not really seeing where that left you. You don't really have. And so this is kind of like just the situation right now. Is you might not have, I see that you don't have enough. It's like enough evidence. I like the Five of Pentacles. It's like I don't have enough evidence. The only thing that I could have is hope. I hope that it can go well, but I haven't seen physical, tangible evidence that it will go well. There's the Devil card here. It looks to me, it feels like, it looks to, I keep getting like, it looks like. And so it's kind of like all surface. It's like what it appears to be is very important right now or something like that. So like to this person, it looks like one thing. And when I'm trying to read this reversed energy as your energy, it appears to me as though you would have to have hope despite the fact that this person is, it's like the situation binds you to having hope despite the fact that this person is clearly overlooking or is short-sighted or is not recognizing where they left you, like where you would be at. And it's kind of like they're at the stage where they're like, well, if this is the one, then I just have to let it happen. And they're doing something that kind of expresses that, like, you know, just almost like they're not going to mention it or something. Like they're doing something and not addressing what happened. They're basically doing something as if they're just pursuing someone. Whereas you have history with this person, and this person left you, well, sometimes tarot readers say with Five of Pentacles, they left you out in the cold. They didn't give you enough to work with to move forward or continue to have hope. Although you can still have hope without them, you know, like, or without the evidence. Basically, Five of Pentacles is really a card about the fact that no matter how little evidence you have, you always still have your hope. You can always choose to have hope is basically it. And that would be the thing that allows you to keep on moving. It's funny, I've just today started reading Man's Search for Meaning. Again, I read it many, many years ago, and I picked it up to read it again, Viktor Frankl. And talk about a story that is about hope. What he says in that book is, like at the beginning, I'm just in the first little bit right now, and there was something about people get used to the situation they're in. And so people will have hope. And one of the things he talks about at the beginning is having a memory or an experience where everybody kind of felt like they were going to be rescued, or that they, like, up until the last hour, like it's like everybody had this idea that they were going to be the ones to be saved, even though there was all this evidence that nobody was being saved. This is a story that happened. It's the accounts of somebody who was in Auschwitz. So this kind of feels to me like this energy. It's like the type of hope that you would have to have. It's not far-fetched. If you're a hopeful person, you would have hope in a situation like this, is what I'm getting. And, you know, maybe reading a story like Man's Search for Meaning or something like that, that might be, that it might seem irrational that there could be someone who, in a situation like this, who could still have hope. But the way that we can still have hope is we adapt to situations. We're highly adaptable. We don't know how we adapt to these situations, but we do. And it's so strange that we can be in like kind of the worst of the worst situations, and we look in our hand and look at, I still have hope. How is that? How is it that I still have hope after all of this stuff that happened? It seems like hope isn't connected. Maybe all the evidence is connected to their behavior, but your hope is detached from their behavior. It's not attached. Your hope is yours. They couldn't take that away from you. And there's the Emperor. Talk about seeing the best in someone. We got the Empress before with a similar reading of your choice to see the best in someone is independent of how someone is behaving and feeling. Like they can do anything, and they can feel anything, and they can say anything, or they can be in any position. And at the end of the day, it's still your choice whether or not you're going to see the best in them, or try to see the best in them, or commit yourself to seeing the best in someone. It looks to me like this is somebody who sees the best in themselves. It's like they're seeing past the position they put you in to see the best in themselves. Like they don't want to admit. This really looks like a bit of denial. Like they don't want to admit, like if they're thinking that, you know, this situation involves marriage and allow this situation to unfold naturally, just let it happen, you know, like things happen and I want to see, I did the best I could, you know, I did everything I could. And this is somebody who doesn't look like they're going to acknowledge. They just want to kind of glaze over and just, and kind of maybe reach out, but I don't think they want to address what the position that they left you in. Let me confirm that right here with Nine of Wands. What are they looking for? I'm reading the chat here. Set theory is important in that. The unconscious God, just by the title, seems similar to math. Yeah. Godel version 2. 2 of Cups. They're looking past the relationship that you once had and looking into the future. That's like a confirmation. Looking past. I'm asking what they're looking past to see themselves in the best possible light. And it's what you two offered each other. This looks to me like somebody who just wants to like, can we start over? Can we start over? And can I be an awesome person again? And can we just go from there? All of this stuff, to unravel all of this stuff. I know what I felt when I was with you. This is what I'm hearing. I know what I felt. And can we please just go with that? It's like, it's an asking. Now, I know I'm reading a lot into somebody just looking at your social media, but everybody knows that that particular online networking site, everybody knows that they're seen when they look. That's not a mystery. That's common knowledge, right? Is it common knowledge? The people in the chat know. I'm not going to give too many details because I'm going to post this reading on YouTube. Star. And the 3 of Pentacles. I'm hearing you here saying something to yourself. Like, I don't know, like I'm getting a lot of like dialogue, like internal dialogue. Like this is like the pleading question. Can we please just start over? And there's you saying, you know, I tried to, and then 3 of Pentacles. I've tried to find something else. You know, to be honest with myself, if I was really honest with myself, I've asked a lot of people, I've asked friends and family, I've asked for advice, I've gone out looking for other people. There's this kind of expression of like, you've been through the motions of how to get through this when somebody behaves the way this person did. I can already tell in this star card, it's like, but I feel the way I feel. I've done all the right things, is what I'm getting here. I've done all the right things. Four of Pentacles. There's going to be a lot of people. I could be a part of this Three of Pentacles, somebody you talk to about this thing. So this is definitely the truth. You don't have enough right now to pursue anything or to actually do anything. Like, just because somebody makes it known that they're checking you out doesn't mean you have anything to work with here. So I see you saying, like, I don't have anything to work with right now. And I'm glad for it. Oh my goodness. We were just talking about being salty with this person, and I still have like a bit of salty energy because we've been reading this story for a while now. And I'm kind of like, I'm done with this person, right? I have this kind of like, no, this isn't going to be okay. Like, that's not okay to do that to somebody. Like, the kind of disappearing thing, just no matter what, at least, have the decency or whatever, like, that's my opinion about this person's actions. And I'm seeing here, like, basically what's happened is like trying your best to listen to what you should be doing and learning to be happy with the idea, or that you can find happiness, and it's going to have to be without this person because you don't have enough to work with to find happiness with this person. And so if you don't even have enough, if they haven't given you enough opportunity to reciprocate, their interests or whatever, like, how are you supposed to communicate? It's not so much about seeing. This is kind of funny. This is somebody who wants to see themselves in the best light. Whereas the last message was about seeing someone else in the best light that you can. It looks like this person doesn't get it. It looks to me like this person is trying to dictate how someone else sees them, rather than focusing on how they're seeing someone else. It's like they're looking right past you and focusing on how it is that you see them. And it's like almost like they want you to, I feel like the prompt is they want you to check out their LinkedIn. Did you? I don't know. Oh, I just said okay, I just did it. I'm trying my best not to give away details. It's like they want you to look at theirs. And if then they see that you looked at theirs, then this is like the first initial of something. And I don't know, like, if you did or if you didn't, but it's kind of like, it's like they've put something on there that they want you to see. Like, oh, maybe they got a new job, or, maybe they achieved some higher level of education or something. Queen of Wands, that's from the first spread that we got for the night, the collective reading. It's work with this scenario. Eight of Wands. Look at what they're trying to do. What do you see that they're trying to do? How does this play out? It's almost like you're being asked to imagine how this is going to play out. It's like, okay, they look at your thing. That's all they've given you. And so now you have to do something in order to imagine how to, like, obviously it communicates that they want to communicate with you in some way, but they're not doing it in a way where they're acknowledging what happened. And then you're being asked to observe the situation as it is, which we're very sure you're good at doing already. What are they trying to do? Is that they're trying to get you to see something about them, because they're not commenting on something of yours. They're asking you to go and look at them. And then they've designed something for you to see on their page. And so it's like, it's all written out here that they're looking to dictate how you see them. That's what I'm getting here. So obviously it's a tarot reading. This is just an idea. So, let that roll around in your head and don't take that as like the only thing that could possibly be going on. This is just more like to the theme of what we're talking about seeing someone in the best possible light. Like, you're kind of stuck with this light that they're shining right now. you can see someone in the best possible light, but that doesn't mean ignoring what you can see clear as day is happening. Like, what does that even say? To look at your, well, I already said it, to look at your LinkedIn, everybody knows that you can see when somebody looks at your LinkedIn. They want you to go look at theirs. Hey, look at me. Hey, pay attention to me. Hey, look. Look at me, look at me. Not, hey, how are you doing? I'm really sorry about what happened. Look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm not feeling good about this. This feels to me like a situation where for them, the tower and the sun is kind of on top of all of it. They have conflicting feelings. Like there's two different things. Like these are two almost opposite cards. It's funny because the sun is 19 and the tower is 16, 6-9. But it's true, right? These are upside down from one another, 6 and 9. They're kind of, it's two sides of the same coin. On one hand, they want to be as happy as they once were with you. On the other hand, for some reason, it all fell apart. And it's in the dark, and I don't know why. This person doesn't know why. So I don't know what this is, because as far as I know, like from the story I've heard, this person has had lots of opportunity to know why things didn't work out. Seems like they're playing a bit ignorant. And like it looks genuine though, like that they don't understand why. I don't know. I hope that this is something we could maybe read about it with just a one more spread or something to just get a fresh message. I did start with the Romance Angels card, so I can just maybe start a fresh spread to see. It's almost like you've got to watch out for that. That's what the Queen of Wands is saying. Watch out for the idea that this person honestly doesn't get it. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Like, what else could that possibly say? Does anybody in the chat have an idea for, like, what it could possibly mean? Like, if obviously they're communicating, right? What could it possibly mean other than, hey, look at me? Look at that. Just so everybody in the chat knows, I'm recording a reading right now, so I'll address it in a minute. Like whatever is being said, I'm trying my best to keep my head in the cards right now. I'm looking up from time to time. They're dreaming that you'll change your mind. Like it's like change, right? For you, it's like they're walking away from. See this thinking the best of this Empress and Emperor. They're kind of representing tonight, like thinking the best of someone. And it's like they're moving away from thinking the best of you so that they can go toward the idea that you've changed. I don't know what your disagreement or conflict or tension was about before all of this stuff went down, but it seems to me like it's something where had they been in a place where they were thinking the best of you, or they were trying to see the best in you, or trying to see basically you in the best light, had they been in that position, things might have gone down differently. This looks like somebody who's committing to it's like they're still in the tension. They're still in the tension. And they're still trying to hope that you're going to change. There's something about you maybe that it's not about you. It's more like their view of you, what they saw in you. It's something that you said or did. Hang on. And not, it's like they want you to be fair. You were tired. Hang on a second. I'm just going to try and hear the message because this is kind of strange. I'm not relating too well with this energy. So it's like I'm just basically going with it. They're going after. That you would change your mind about something that you said. That you would change your mind about something that you said you wouldn't do. You'd never do. I'd never do. It's like something you've said, something that you'd never do. It's like they can't handle it. You said you'd never. Okay. I'll just say this and then we'll end this because it's getting kind of a bit much now to not engage with the chat and stuff like that. But in a reading like this, but it's like it's something like they said something, or you said that you would never, and they're imagining that that's changed. You said that you would never, and it's basically I'm hearing like I would never recover if things were to end. Something like that. And I'm sorry if that's not your words exact, like I'm not trying to say that I know what your words were, but this seems to be like what I'm getting out of the cards and the energy. Just reading the cards, trying to decipher a message where, I don't know, this state of mind feels to me like very much like you said you'd never leave me. That's what it feels like. You said you'd never leave me. And it's almost like they're imagining that you haven't left yet. And it's almost like they heard it one way, but I see you communicating something different. I see you communicating, I would never stop trying, even if it was too much. And that to them, they took it as you would never leave me. And I don't know, this is kind of, I'm just getting this, so take it for what it is. And it would be like something like they heard one thing, but you were saying a different thing. So that's why there's such a strange approach. Ten of Pentacles. I would never stop trying. What I see is that whatever it is that you do, if it isn't to reinforce what this is, if it isn't to reinforce this idea that you're still there waiting for them, if you don't check out their profile, for example, this seems like a lot, but it's like, I don't know, maybe it is like these big feelings that come out of these small little acts. If you don't check out their thing, their profile, if you don't respond to it, it looks to me like they won't want to believe that. It looks to me they won't want to believe that you've given up. And it looks to me like that leads them to finally committing to seeing you in the best light. It's almost like they backpedal. Except there's something that stands in the way here. The Judgment card. It's almost like too little too late. I got that phrase earlier. Too little too late. The Magician. They've lost their ability to see you at all, let alone see you in the best possible light. I don't know. I don't like to have pessimistic readings about future relationships. It looks to me like by the time this person realizes that you're gone, you're already gone. It's almost like they didn't anticipate that you wouldn't be sitting there waiting for them whenever they felt ready again. And what does that mean for the relationship? This feels like you have boss energy about this. I'm seeing there's just let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Oh, that one came rolling out and upside down. Pay attention to the red flags. Those are the two cards that come out from here. Interesting. The signs are cautioning you. Let this be a sign. Whatever this person's doing, let this sign come through. That something's happening, that take it for face value. Witness it and see what comes out. Obviously, your own choices are your own choices. It looks to me like this is a big red flag. Or it could be. So maybe I'm not seeing the whole story. Maybe there's more to it. But I'll end the reading there. And I'll say for anybody who watches this later on YouTube, hope you enjoyed it and feel free to check out other readings. Thanks so much. Bye.